The circuit of Brno will officially return back to MotoGP in 2025, and that has given me an idea. It's been 4 long years since we've seen the Czech Republic circuit, and it was won by Brad Binder on board the Red Bull KTM. Brad Binder's first victory came in Brno in 2020, and here in 2024, we're waiting for him to win for the first time this season. So, in virtual form, can Brad Binder win in Brno again? So here we go then, guys. We have the objective. Let's see what we can do from pole position. Let's go. Ooh, a bit of a longer wait than I wanted there as we get off the line. A little bit of wheelie with this KTM. Bit of a difficult bike to handle, actually, is the RC16 as we launch into the first corner. Managed to get through in a couple of riders. Oh, Marquez has gone. Marc Marquez has just gone behind us as we try and force our way through on Jorge Martin, which has been done. Well then, I'm going to tell you a little something here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Marquez and Quartararo out. First corner. Shocking. Not what I expected. Of course, Marquez didn't race in the 2020 race after damaging his shoulder and arm. And Fabio Quartararo went backwards in the 2020 race, so already no redemption for the pair of them. But a couple of things I need to mention before we really get into this race here. The 120% difficulty in this track are usually incredibly good. So I'm surprised I've been able to get even this lead so far. I did a video just a couple of moments ago, and unfortunately my OLED ultra wide care thing that comes up on my monitor completely destroyed the race. It came up about 3/4 in, and I had frame rates for absolutely ages after that. Basically what it is, it's just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, basically the screen went to hell and I had to restart the video. But the interesting part is that the AI right now, we're already at least a good second ahead of me by now. So we've had a fantastic start, and this is how I want to try and keep it for the majority of this race. It's going to be a difficult one, this one, I can assure you. 120% AI, they were doing 1 minute 50 lap times. I don't think I can do that, but we'll see as this one goes on. Right then, first lap, more or less done and dusted. 0.7 of a second advantage. We're not looking too bad. We're actually looking way better than I did earlier on when I tried this challenge. So across the line almost, abusing track limits there. It's 155 from a starting point is alright actually. I think I was more into the 157s when I started early, or 156 mids. So it's not too bad from a standing position. So there's something else you've got to know in the circuit of Brno here, is that you cannot choose the soft option rear tyre. Now, if you've played MotoGP 24, if you've watched my videos before, you'll know the go-to choice, no matter what it is, you always choose the soft option front and the rear. But there is no option for it this time, so the medium does feel a little bit strange. I've noticed getting on the acceleration, this is where I struggled with the little video I did earlier on. I just couldn't get the power on properly. Just kept spinning up the rear, kept losing time on the straights, it wasn't going well. Just noticed that we are not receiving any updates from the MotoGP stewards, but Pecco Bagnaia has just been given a track limit warning. I also don't know if I have any track limit warning, because I don't think it appeared either, so that could be a bit of a challenge for this one here today. But so far, incredibly good. This is much better than I seen a moment ago. 0.9 of a second clear from Jorge Martin. He was miles ahead. I thought it was done and dusted. There was not a chance I could ever get on close with Jorge Martin. As I say, he was doing 1 minute 50 lap times. And I'm not talking 1 minute 50 highs, I'm talking 1 minute 50 flat almost. It was ridiculous. Not a prayer that I could continue to chase down the Martinator. So there is the penultimate corner. This is the horizon corner into the right-hander. This is turn 14. We will see what lap times we're producing here. Getting off the circuit ever so slightly across the line. A 151.8, not bad. That is a respectable lap time around Brno. In that race a moment ago, I was doing mid 152, so it is working. I am getting better with that medium rear tyre. Nonetheless, I do implore you to try both the medium tyre in normal sessions and then go back to the soft and tell me what you think. I would say the majority of us do use the soft option rear tyre no matter what the circuit is. As long as the track conditions are good, you can get away with the soft option rear tyre and front. So onto the brakes. We are a 9/10 of a second advantage to Jorge Martin. Are they going to catch me up at some point? It does seem odd in this game when you restart a race for whatever reason, whether it be a red flag or something's gone wrong and you just restart the race. They do seem to be a little bit different the next time you play. I noticed that in Qatar. Cast your minds back to my career mode race. They were really fast in the sprints, but when we had the red flag in the featured race, it seemed that everyone just slowed down and we were able to take victory. I have a feeling that could be what's happening here. 0.8 of a second to Martin. To honestly, try it yourself. 120%, Brno. Try against the AI, you'll see how fast they are. But yet, we are able to maintain a advantage of roughly a second to Jorge Martin. I am pushing though. I'm going to try and make sure I can maintain this advantage. Maybe Martin's the slow one in today's video. Maybe Pecco Bagnaia is going to have all that pace. But he is going to have to find a way through the World Championship leader, Jorge Martin. Across the line, another 51.9. Not bad. Those are good lap times. I was only in... Oh, don't downshift there. Got to be careful with those downshifts. I do get a little bit impatient with the shifting. If there's one thing I will say that I'm not so good at in these computer games is my shifting. I'm not that good at them. I either push too much on the downshifts or maybe don't upshift early enough, or that was one weakness I would say I certainly have. And I don't think it can be taught. It's something you just need to spend your time with and practice and learn as well. But no matter your skill level, ladies and gentlemen, you're always learning, so bear that in mind when we do play these. Don't think that I'm the best, because there's definitely better players than me. And look at that long lap penalty loop. Didn't even realise that was in MotoGP 24. Every time you think of Brno, no matter who you speak to, they will mention Johan Zarco's long lap penalty. It was magnificent. It was probably the greatest long lap penalty I have ever seen. He hit Pol Espargaro going into turn 1. It was a bit of a collision between the pair of them, really. Honestly, looking back at it, I don't think either probably deserved a penalty. It was just one of those moments where Pol can't see Johan because of the lean angle, and neither can Johan see Pol. And yeah, basically, Johan Zarco slapped with a penalty on the Vinci Ducati. Had to do the long lap penalty loop there, like we seen a moment ago. Unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, I think you can find it on either MotoGP's website, or if you have the what do they call it, the subscription thing they have, you can watch all the featured races there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have uploaded a lot of YouTube videos as live streams that are featured full races, so you might be in luck. Check it out on MotoGP's website or MotoGP's YouTube channel, and you might see I've done it again. I've downshifted a second. Too busy. I was infatuated with the conversation. Just calm down. Don't downshift like that. That is losing me so much time, and I don't think Brad Binder's appreciating my downshifting like that. I mean, the Safa does like to get the rear wheel out. We've seen it before. But I think he'd like to do it on his terms rather than just downshifting prematurely. But I will confess, I am really happy with those lap times so far. I was well into the 52s. Mid to high 52s, I didn't stand a chance. Steady. Oh, whoa. Did I get away with a warning then? I was definitely on the green, I will admit that. Chalk that up on the tally board. I made a mistake. I know I got a track limit warning there in the previous lap. As we're already 5 laps into this one. This one's flying. Got conversations so far keeping us going. And a 1.3 second advance to Martin. I did not suspect this. Down into the Schwantz corner then. Keep it in tight. And power it on. Now, this left-hander, before you go up to Horsepower Hill, is extremely difficult to get right. If you are struggling, I would imagine you're probably braking a bit too late and you're dropping the front into the mid-corner. The best thing to do is brake really early and just gently move the bike in. It will work wonders, I can assure you. Someone else has gone. Oh, it's the Taka! It's the GOAT! The Japanese GOAT. Taka's gone down again. Why is it every video I do of these, he goes down at some point? He doesn't crash that much in real life. And he won in my last efforts when I played as Taka. Shocking. That's a shame, that. Pedro Acosta, fastest man on track. Here we go, then. Now the AI is going to start putting in those fast lap times. We've got to be careful here. Got to be on the top of our game. Pedro Acosta, Bastianini, Bagnaia, Martin. They must all be locked in together here, as they're watching the KTM in the distance. The familiar orange and darkish blue. It'd be great to see a KTM win in MotoGP this season. We haven't seen any of them get close enough to a victory this season. Of course, Pedro Acosta a few seconds, and a podium or two. But it's not been a good year for the Austrian brand. Not to what we've come to expect, let's say. Of course, guys, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And a fun fact for you as well, if you're watching on YouTube on PC, when I say subscribe and you're not yet subscribed, you'll see the subscribe button actually light up. I didn't know that until recently. I was watching a video on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. Go ahead and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Into the right-hander. And I hope for whomever it was that requested a Brad Binder video, I hope you're enjoying. I do need to get through some of my suggestions and requests. I've got quite a lot to get through now, so bear with me as we go. Got career mode coming up very soon as well, and then we need to talk about Phillip Island. That's going to be happening this weekend in MotoGP. Actually, probably by the time I've uploaded this, we could be discussing the MotoGP sprint in the DrAce Discord server. So yeah, I'll chat to you in there, depending on whatever time they upload or do the races this weekend in the land down under. Across the line, we're back on top. Was that Alex Rins who was briefly the fastest man on track? I think it might have been. I definitely seen a dark blue. And Alex Rins, there he goes. Was it Alex Rins? I know I've seen someone with a blue. Or maybe I just looked at Miguel Oliveira, I don't know. But there you go. Well, if it wasn't Alex Rins, it is now. A 151.435 for the... when did he last win? 2022? Did he win in 2022. Oh, 2023! The Kota Grand Prix winner. Yeah, Alex Rins. So it's from one vacant winner for a while to another. But this time it's all about Brad Binder, but I'm really pleased with those lap times. Those are good. I don't want to be in the 52s in this one here today. And I will confess, I did not expect this gap. I did not expect this advantage. I can assure you, when I was riding earlier on, I was gritting my teeth, getting through that video. Then the OLED MSI Care came up, completely destroyed my video. I was gutted, very angry actually. I don't like it when things I don't like it when things ruin my videos. Really annoys me. So I basically just deleted the whole thing in a rage. Well, not a rage, but I was disappointed. So I thought, you know what? Let's keep the faith going. Let's keep going. And let's do it again. I can still use my intro video nonetheless. So we'll try again. But 120% AI, KTM, default settings, everything else you need to know. It's all there. Soft tyres, medium rear. We're going for it. And you know what? This could be another good lap time. Is it good enough to beat Alex Rins' 151.435? Possibly not. And here's a bit of trivia for you, ladies and gentlemen. Something that we will avoid doing in this video here today. If my memory serves me right, here in Brno, I could be wrong on this, Alex Rins celebrated a race victory when the race had not ended. I don't know if that was this circuit, and I can't remember the year, 2014 maybe. But I do remember that happening, and I'm sure it was Alex Rins. I'm quite confident that was the case. Oh, we found time there in the first split. 10th and a half as we get onto the power. Must try and avoid those curbs though. Getting onto the curb there is a little bit difficult. And again on the one, I do struggle with this right-hander here. I really want to get the swing into the right-hander, but just can't seem to get it done. Just doesn't feel like I can turn in on that right-hander. I feel like I can use a little bit more power, and when I do, I feel like it's too much. Maybe I could try upshifting early into that corner. I'll give it a bash. Maybe on the next lap. But for the first time this Grand Prix, we have found 2 seconds ahead of Jorge Martin. Our lap times are completely different to that video I did earlier. completely different. I was stuck in those 52s. I was struggling with the rear tyre. I think that little bit of moment where I had a chance to calm down, refocus, re-tackle the circuit is doing me wonders. Because again, we're going to be in that mid 151s. Really good stuff, this. And I gotta confess again, that's a few confessions in this video so far. It feels good. It feels really nice, this KTM. I'm managing the wheelie a lot more, and to be honest, one thing I'm not doing, which you might have noticed, is I'm just not bothering the ride height device. I really find the ride height device in this game can either be amazing or absolutely abysmal. And I'm looking at the latter in this one. Using it just makes me feel like the bike wants to wheelie more. And I don't really know anywhere that's necessary to use it apart from maybe the end straight. I would probably confess that... Oh, another confession, sorry. My new favourite word, apparently. But there's probably one weakness again I have with the ride height device. I think I deploy it a little bit too early. And when you do that, the rear wheel just skids and slides everywhere. Good entrance into turn 5. This might be better. Yeah, it didn't need to upshift too early there. I actually tried it, but didn't really need it. Bit wide. That's going to cost us time there. We were doing well into the stadium section as well. That's a shame. Phew, good lord. That's when you get that little bit of wheelie and try and turn prematurely. Awful. Awful, awful feeling. I have a few crashes like that in my time in these games. And there into the Schwantz corner again. No leg dangle for Brad Binder this time, just all calm and collected into the 10th corner of Brno. Oh, Johan Zarco's out. Paul Espargaro will be clapping somewhere. That's two of the LCR Hondas that are out. I'm going to guess that Joan Mir is going to crash at some point. Not just out of criticism for him doing a lot of crashes in real life, but he always seems to go down in the computer game as well. So I am anticipating that very soon. Oh, and Bagnaya's gone! Bagnaya's binned it! I think I momentarily seen him ahead of Jorge Martin then. And now it's gone. I think he was the last chance for anyone to contest our performance in this video here today. It's a 151.3. I am tremendously pleased with those. I'm currently lapping around a second and a half quicker, or maybe about a second at the very least, better than I was earlier. That is the difference maker. Oh, I can actually apologise because I really felt like this one was going to be a close race. I thought this would be a ding-dong of a battle. But yet, Brad Binder has just dominated. It's gone tremendously well. Oh, it almost ended there. It almost ended right there into the long lap penalty loop. What a bizarre top 8, by the way. The top 4 seems quite normal, but Oliveira up there with no Marquez, no Pecco Bagnaia, no Marco Bezzecchi. Seems odd to have Oliveira, Alex Marquez and Aleix Espargaro. No Maverick either. Maverick's usually really good in this game. But they're not up there right now. Because we're losing a bit of time on this lap here. Oh, it's a bit too relaxed going into turn 11. I might actually fall into the 52s again. Or for the first time this video, actually. Oh, here on lap 10. That'll be a disappointment. Don't really want to drop into 52s, but at this point, do we have anything to lose? Enea Bastianini has now inherited second. He's dispossessed the Spaniard. And he's looking at 3 seconds behind us. Whoa! Caught on the curb there. Oh, we did. We dropped to the 52s. That's bad. Just when I was bigging it up about lap times I was doing then. 3 seconds is... It's not possible, is it? It's not possible that we get stuck in the 52s now and Bastianini catches up. Surely not. Surely not. I know that front tyre on the right hand side is beginning to feel a little bit squeamish on the brakes. Whoa, just touched the apex turn 4. You see that ever so slight twitch? The bike just lifted up temporarily. That was all it needed. That can lose you time, ladies and gentlemen. It can lose you a lot. Oh, I'm taking liberties now. I'm definitely taking liberties. I'm taking the mick there. And I still didn't get a warning. Well, I don't even know anymore because the warnings aren't there. I know I had at least one track limit warning. Oh my god, I'm going to get 2. It didn't come up again. I don't know if it's just completely glitched or what. How the hell did we get away with that? We're on strict, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't changed anything. It is still the exact same. Oof. I'm feeling a little bit tense now. These lap times are gone to heck. 9 tenths down again already. This is going to be another 52. And that gap is no longer in the 3 seconds. I need to stop overthinking this. Stop trying to make the video exciting, because that only makes it worse for me. I get too G'd up, and I start getting nervous. This is not the way to do it. Into the left-hander. Steady. Power on to the right-hander. And then power on. Don't bother with the ride-out device. Just charge out at the final corner. And it's another 52.3. I hope this is enough. Oh, I just had a frame rate drop. Why? I hope that thing doesn't come on again. I really hope not. I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't want to just to go into detail. But basically, because I have an OLED ultra-wide monitor, yes, I've mentioned it again, and I'm wide. God damn it! Keep it together, Matt. Oh my god. I'm losing the plot, but anyway, yeah, the OLED care thing comes up because it wants to protect your monitor from burning, and it does it after 16 hours of use. I haven't been on the PC for 16 hours, I can assure you. But for some reason, it just does it randomly. And I have no choice but to execute it and run the pixel clean. It is a nightmare. I've had it in racing, I've had it during a live stream. I've had it many times. And unfortunately, it happened earlier on. But the good news is, because it happened earlier, it will not happen again. So that little bit of frame rate drop that we had then must have just been a glitch. OBS looks okay. My audio software Audacity looks fine as well. We should be fine. But what isn't fine is we've lost half a second to Bastianini. He is pushing like a Bastianini. He's coming. Ooh, yellow flag, sector 2's gone out now. I said it earlier. That's 3 Hondas out now. I am clairvoyant. That's Joan Mir out of the action. Marquez, Quartararo, Zarco, Taka, and Joan Mir all crashed out of the Brno race here in a virtual MotoGP 2024. Any changes next season when they do come back to Brno? Aleix Espargaro won't be on the grid. Augusto Fernandez won't be either, unless he goes back to Moto2 possibly. But we are going to see some changes. Into the left-hander. This is turn 3. 10th and a half away from our pace so far. Is this the lap time to get us back into the groove? No more 52s. I can afford to take my foot off the pedal, the hand off the throttle. We don't really need to be getting those 51s, but you better believe I want to. Of course you do, because it's a sense of bragging rights, isn't it? We lean into the left-hander once more. This is turn 8. Onto the power. One thing I can say is, if I'm not mistaken, of course the bikes are a lot different nowadays, but the lap time difference from this virtual game to what they were doing in 2020 is night and day. I think we must be at least 5 seconds quicker. I don't know what Binder's lap time was. I know it was a 58 or 57. I don't think they were in the 56s. Maybe Zarco got it in the pole position, but I don't remember what lap times they were doing exactly. But we're absolutely dominating compared to the lap times they were doing. There's a track limit warning, ladies and gentlemen. So that is my third. I have to be careful for the final two laps. But out of turn 13 then. Little bit of a wheelie there, but not enough to deter us. We're back into the 51s. Rejoice. We can calm. No, we can't. We can't. We can't. Steady. Don't play Brno enough to really get the feeling for every corner right. Can't remember the last time I came to Brno. Probably just in an online session with the Aces. Probably need to do one of those at some point. Get another live stream going, get the Aces in. Have a bit of a race online. Been thinking about doing that with Ride 5 recently as well. Been playing a little bit of that. Of course, I had the opportunity to get back on it a few days ago too. So we now go on to the right-hander. This is 2.6 seconds advantage now. So this is done and dusted, providing nothing goes wrong. And nothing will go wrong. We're in control. We've got the job done. You're about to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And you're also about to like the video. There has been another crasher. But there is no name popping up on the left-hand side. So I don't think whoever it was has actually crashed out. They just remounted and rejoined the fun here in Brno. On the right-hander for the penultimate time of asking. The Kevin Schwantz corner here in Brno. Power on. Brake early. Turn in tight. Feels so unorthodox to go into that corner. And you just feel that a little bit more brake is going to cost you an entire victory. I know when Rossi crashed there in 2014, I think it was, he damaged all his finger. That was on board the Yamaha. I think it was 2014. That number rings out in my head. He dropped the front and just crashed, not into the barrier exactly, but just the slide up their hill. Cut all his little finger open, I remember that. I remember it was quite a graphic image there. So it's back into the 52s. You know what? We're up by 2.4. We've got nothing to lose now. Let me get back into the 51s, or try and improve the lap time before the end here. Nice. That was a good braking. That was a good bit of braking, that. The rear wheel lifted, but then it planted on the rumble strip, which was able to push us into the corner. Looking like an esports rider temporarily. Back onto the brakes again. Keep it in snug. Snuggly the Crow from Dark Souls would give us an item. Give us 25 points instead, sweetheart. With Brad Binder here in the Czech Republic. A little bit of a wheelie again, just getting onto the left-hand side of the tyre. This is a good effort. This is a good effort. If they thought that they could catch back up to us, they are mistaken. We have done it into the Schwantz corner. Quite aggressive on the brake that time around. I think it worked better. It benefits us greatly. Less than 3/10. Hard on the anchors again. Keep it in tight. Not tight as I would have liked. Ooh, wheelie as well. Yeah, this is a good lap. This is a decent effort. Just span up the rear tyre there, unfortunately, so I will not be improving. But I can rejoice knowing we will finish in the 151s. And we will achieve the objective that I started out here today. Can I win with Brad Binder? You betcha can. Big wheelie for the Aces and for the Sappers. Brad Binder has done it. So there you are then, guys. Thanks very much for watching the video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. That is the results on screen, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.